new baby continent. And what happens is the chain of volcanoes goes off to the south in the direction that we're headed, and also up a little bit to the north this way. So this is the splitting off of that volcanic chain. What's also interesting to know geologically here is that it's not just the separation of the two continents which causes the upwelling of magma. There's another factor which is even more important, and that's Iceland sits right now on top of a hotspot. And a hotspot is a natural place in the planet where magma wells up from deep. It's like a fountain. And yet they're geographically steady, so they tend to not move at all. So there's a hot spot right here under Iceland, and the tectonic plates weren't always here, so they were shifting. So this hot spot was actually at one point under Greenland. But it's the combination of the hot spot being here right actually at the point where these plates are separating that caused this giant upwelling of magma, which created Iceland about 15 million years ago. And that's very, very new geologically. 15 million years is really a drop in the bucket. I mean, Iceland, the world has been here billions of years, 4 or 5 billion years. So 15 million years is nothing. The whales that swim around the shores of Iceland, those whales have been swimming here for 50 million years, so long before Iceland emerged. So it's a growing country, it's a growing continent, very dynamic, constantly in the process of change. Right now, the volcanoes that are going off on the Reykjanes Peninsula, just west of Reykjavik, those volcanoes are very active, and in fact, right now, the word is that the magma threshold reached the point at which it could erupt at any day. So it might be a day, a month, 2 months, impossible to predict, but it's been going through a cycle 8 times in the past year and a half. And so maybe on your journey here, it'll erupt again, who knows. And that volcanic cycle is about every 600 years for that volcano chain. And what's very interesting is that this is all part of the same volcanic rift, but each of these volcanoes here, or chain of volcanoes, has a different pattern, and that's quite fascinating. Some go off every 20 to 30 years, others 600 years, others 6,000 years. And what you're looking ahead of us, this beautiful sunrise, is the mountain just to the right there that last went off 6,000 years ago. So that's the volcano that's closest to Reykjavik. It also happens to be a place where people ski in the winter from Reykjavik, a daytime skiing place. If you are looking to spend a lot of money, you can also go up there and descend into the mouth of the volcano, about 100 meters down, maybe less, maybe 50 meters down, but absolutely spectacular to go right into the volcano and see this dormant volcano from the inside. It will cost you probably 300 euros. So probably not worth it. But unless, of course, you have a second mortgage. This, as you can see, we're headed directly south. This is the gorgeous light. It's burning off what we call in Iceland reka, which is the fog. And as you might imagine, Reykjavik is 2 words together, which mean foggy bay, vik meaning bay. A few other words that are very helpful on this journey is foss, which is waterfall, jökull, which is glacier, and if I think of others, I'll shout them out. And this area in the south is actually, this little mountain is one of my favorites. There's so much going on up here. There's also It's the very geologically active hot spring area where Reykjavik gets all of its water and its power, and we're going to pass the power plant in a minute. If you have extra time and you have a car, it would well be worth coming out and visiting. The power plant is also a museum, a beautiful museum that where you can explore how these geothermal plants work out here in Iceland. And Iceland gets about almost 100% of its energy from renewable sources. And it's actually more hydroelectric than geothermal. But wind is now becoming a thing. They're building their first big wind farms this year.